Cycling up this huge hill, looked down at my wrist, and my heart rate says 175. Hang on. There's the hill, my bike. Okay, 138, 159. Okay, it is coming down, but the Amazfit read 175, and everything else is reading in the 130s. So another huge spike, and yeah, it was off by almost 25 or 30 beats per minute. Sorry, I don't have a helmet camera, so I can't film while I'm cycling, but check out that morning view. When I was younger, I didn't care so much, but now that I'm a little bit older, I try to obey all the laws. There's two trucks right in my path. Well, I could just walk my bike around, you know? Go under? No, I'll just turn around and head north for a bit. I'm really sucking air. Heart rate check. 160 on a Amazfit. Apple, 159. Okay. Looks like it finally caught up. Garmin, 157. 164. 154. I don't know. Oh, couldn't find my normal cycling gloves, so leather work gloves. They work great. And that bike ride is now finished. Back in the nice office, no wind noise, lav mic. Let's take a look at the watches, shall we? So here's the workout data that you see while you're cycling. You can cycle through, scroll down, heart rate, do a little map thing, all that fun stuff, right? Or you can hit select here. You can somewhat zoom in and zoom out on the map, but it's not really topographical. Let's see what Garmin allows us to do. We have all that data and navigation, back to start. And then it has that arrow and it would tell me directions. So that's kind of cool. So let's try this. Let's stop this workout. Now there's no resume later on this one, so the GPS is just going to keep on running. If I swipe back, oh, it's not going to let me do that. So we'll just save it. If I exit the navigation, if I exit, there we go. So I can pause the workout, scroll down, resume later. Now if I go right here, we're at 53% battery life. Let's see what happens over the next hour. This will be fun. Many hours later, after using resume later with this T-Rex 2, let's take a look at the battery life and discuss which watch is better for cycling, Garmin or Amazfit. So this is day 39 with this watch. We started the silly test at 8 o'clock. I went back to work at 16:13. It was down to 44%. So I'll click resume later. Now it's down to 43. So basically 10%, which is quite a bit when I turned off AOD and I haven't used I haven't done a lot of functionality with the watch. So we have 1704, negative 10%. Now normally I would say it would have gone down maybe 2% with normal use because the battery life is so awesome. So we have a negative 8% with resume later. If I could write resume later. The other annoying thing is every minute it keeps on reminding you. It's not really meant as a long-term hours after hours resuming your workout. And then they have a nice little shortcut here. If you saw that little red guy at the top, and you can click on him and go right to your workout, and then you can say back to starting point, which will give you a straight line return like that. So kind of cool. Or we can swipe back and pause it again. I can go to assistant. There's quite a bit of functionality here, but I'm just going to say finish, and then it finally gives us our workout. So it does, ooh, fastest 5 mile. Nice. That is something I haven't seen before, so that's cool. So we can swipe fastest 10 miles, max time, training effect. Now one thing that's frustrating is right here, if I click down and up, I can't navigate those workouts. You have to touch the screen. But now I can go up and down, workout time, 1 hour and 33, okay, 406, total climb, heart rate zones, pretty cool. Now this is going to be the interesting, the average heart rate of a Amazfit versus Garmin, and we'll see those in just a minute. So there we have the speed graph, and that's it. Swipe again, view more records in the app. So let's look at those again. That was really cool. So we have the whoop, and I bet we lost those. Let's see. So if we go to workout status, night sleep, last workout, yep, we lost those. So we won't see those again. So I hope you enjoy those. But now we can go back and quickly revisit all those stats. And on the Garmin as well, note to self, take off watch before filming video. I can swipe, I can go to all these glances, and we should have last workout at the very bottom. There we go, last activity. And on this one, there isn't a lot of button navigation. It is mostly touch. And it's loading the workout. So we have the map. We have a quick summary of all that information. 490 calories, not bad. And that's about it. And of course, we can view more if we go to the apps. Now, a big thing between these two, this is the Venu 2 Plus. This retails for about $350. This is on sale right now, but it normally retails for $229. So about an extra $100 to $150. This has voice assistant, this does not. But one thing that Amazfit puts in is right here. If we scroll down to workout status, we have the load, nice. We have VO2 max, recovery time, 95. Now here's the funny thing, even though this doesn't have recovery time, if you decide to go with a larger Garmin, like this one right here, if you go down to training status on your Garmin Fenix, it says detraining, but it will show my recovery time once it's synchronized. So it says fully recovered. I don't believe it is. So let's quickly synchronize that. Be right back. Now for both watches, you have to have a pretty intense workout, meaning speed, heart rate, a really long workout. That's what's going to give you a longer recovery time. Normally you'll see, 3 or 4 hours, but a really difficult workout, Garmin and Amazfit are both going to tell you, don't work out again for 24 hours or greater. Let's check a look at the status. There we go. It took a while to sync, but it's saying a 43-hour recovery time based upon sleep. It's taken in my workout, all that information. Your recovery needs are high. It's a good idea to take it easy today and tomorrow because it says 43 hours. Whereas if you remember, the recovery time on a Amazfit was a lot higher, and that's partially in point because the heart rate was off. So it's telling me today's Monday, I shouldn't work out again until Thursday? That's a long time. And it would be right, but the heart rate's off. And then because the heart rate's off, it also threw off my pi workout. So it's saying I had 75 pi today. That's quite a bit, and I normally don't get that many. So let's compare distance, speed, and heart rate. Now if we compare the maps side by side, on the left, well, let's just keep this more simplistic. Yeah, there we go. So on the left was a Amazfit, and that was on my left wrist, and on my right was Garmin. They both have pretty detailed maps. Right now you can export the map and import. So Garmin has more advanced mapping features by far. But if we look at the detailed data of the workout, that's when we get a really good comparison. So we have the total time the same, even though it thinks that I was going for 10 hours. So the resume later kind of threw it off, but it didn't because the pause time was 9 hours. Average pace, 8:56 per mile. Okay, 6.9 miles per hour. Average speed, 6.9, 6.71. Max speed 21.74, 21.6, really close. Highest altitude 4,937 versus, 4,955, really close. Total climbing almost 6,000 feet. That's not right. Elevation gain, elevation loss, okay. Resting calories versus total calories. Average heart rate, let's take a look at that. We have 113, versus 137. The Amazfit was way off. Max heart rate 182, no, that was not correct. Max heart rate 164, minimum heart rate 78. Garmin doesn't have that. So then we do have graphs, and we can zoom in, so that's nice. So again, this is a Amazfit, so we can bring in heart rate and altitude. So you can take a look at your heart rate versus speed and altitude and how all that connects. That's really nice that they include that. And then of course, you can zoom in and just look at your heart rate. Then they have the VO2 max, okay. Anaerobic, altitude, current distribution, and it has all the laps as well. Garmin has the laps, but on the Garmin I have it lapping every 5 miles. I'll have to fix that for my next test. Garmin also has the graphs. Click on this. Yes, you can do widescreen and you can zoom in really, really close and view all that data. And you can include elevation and speed just like you can on a Amazfit. So those are pretty close. The main difference though here is Amazfit has the heart rate irregularities. The speed and the distance, quite good. You can't import workouts on this one. You can on this one. As far as exporting and sharing, Garmin wins. And there's a better, how should we say, ecosystem for Garmin because they've been making watches longer. So which one would I recommend for cycling? In addition to the whole GPS importing, exporting, Garmin also has the ability to connect to exterior heart rate monitors. For example, if you had a Polar H10 chest strap, you can strap this on your chest, go cycling, put your watch on your handlebars, and then you don't have to wear anything on your wrist, and it's really accurate. The other thing is that Garmin synchronizes to Garmin Connect, and that allows you to view all your data on the website, which is really nice. Now, Amazfit could change that, who knows? But the fact that you can't connect Bluetooth headphones to this, you can on this one. This one stores music, so you have Bluetooth options galore. You can connect external peripherals, even pedals and other, biking accessories. Amazfit doesn't have that. If you're looking for a really good watch and you're really into advanced cycling, Amazfit might not work for you, whereas Garmin can for an extra $100. Okay, 120. The GPS accuracy, Amazfit has greatly improved with this T-Rex 2. There's a huge update coming out on July 25th. I'm actually going to send this one back because of the heart rate issues. I'm thinking maybe I just got a bad watch. I mean, the sensors, if you compare the sensors, Garmin does have a lot more sensors. The SpO2 always seems a little bit high on this one, or it takes really low. So overall, I feel the sensors on the Garmin are more accurate. The other thing that, I know we're talking about cycling, but just real quickly, this one detects naps. And I actually like the sleep analysis better on a Amazfit right now versus Garmin. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. What are your pithy thoughts and questions? Do you agree or disagree with this test? This is probably the 4th test. No, this is the 5th time I've gone cycling with a Amazfit and Garmin. And the main difference, if you want to talk about Fenix, the Fenix has the recovery time. I'm surprised that the Venu 2 doesn't. The other confusing thing, both Garmin and Amazfit make you go to the watch to view the recovery time. I couldn't find it in the app, and I could not find it online with Garmin either. So if you can find that for either a Amazfit or Garmin, yeah, type that in comments below. I'd love to know. And thank you so much for watching. I'll have another review of wearables soon. And yes, let the credits roll for the Paramount Kid. I'll see you again sometime in the next 8 hours. Goodbye. Many hours later,